asked my community, you all, to submit your gameplay via Discord. That way I can review it and give you the best tips possible. In today's episode, we are going to be checking out a Rebirth Island gameplay from Lost Feather, and I think you guys are going to learn so much about how you can stop being so tunnel vision. If you'd like to submit your own gameplay, check out my Discord, discord.gg/expel, or follow the link in the description and submit it there. If you enjoyed the video, you learned something, please like the video, subscribe to the page. Let's dive in. All right, so we've got a Rebirth Island gameplay from Lost Feather. I'm actually really excited to see how this one goes. I have not broken down a Rebirth gameplay yet. I think this is going to be our first Rebirth breakdown, and I'm excited to see how it goes. So he's going to be hopping out of the plane, and the first thing you should be doing is looking at your minimap. Obviously, this is going to be on console because they're at ADFOV, but the first thing you should have done right there is check your minimap, okay? I know that he already marked it in the pregame as to where he wants to go, but he didn't see this, like, the circle, so it could affect the way that you're thinking. Also, he's landing a pretty decently hot spot. I know most places are hot, but this specifically is going to be very, very hot. So he's going to have to get a gun and be really, really quick about it. Man, it is crazy the difference that 80 to 120 FOV makes. It's literally like 1/3 more. That is so crazy, if not more than that. Either way, Lost Feather's here. He's got a shotgun off ground loot. It is from the new update. As you can see, there's, you know, stuff in here. And he's throwing a buy station marker on the roof. Some guy was already sitting in a corner. First of all, holy moly. There was nothing he could have done to combat that guy. But also, can I go back just a second to right here? How did he know that he was there? Like, I had no audio cues whatsoever. I mean, he did pretty good for what it was. Also, 2 shotgun bullets to the chest. He definitely should have gone down there, but it is what it is. Either way, he's coming back in. It looks like he's playing Rebirth Island solos. It is the worst idea to drop back on your stuff. Let's put it that way. I don't know if the spectating video is out or not, but I do have a spectating video coming out on Rebirth Island solos. And I swear, the one thing that I noticed is that everybody lands back on their stuff. Always. Every single time. I don't know what it is, but like people just die and they're like, well, guess I better come back for my stuff. And that is the worst play. He's also playing very cautiously, which I understand. But once you're able to come back to life, it says, you know, active in the bottom left-hand corner on your Resurgence. Go ahead and just play like a bat out of heck. You know what I'm saying? Just go hard in the paint. It doesn't really matter if you don't have your loadout. Loadout hasn't even come in yet. Like, don't worry about it. Rebirth Island solos, it's just a whole different ball game than regular Rebirth. Also, can I just say, whoever the Activision employee is that added in the radar jammers, listen, man, it wouldn't be the worst thing if you lost your job. Okay? All right? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there because this is disgusting. Anyway, no, it was a joke. It was a joke. We love you. Man. On the map, you can see that there's a car rolling up behind him. I like that he switched back and forth. I mean, that was actually really, really good. So, like, right here, he sees on the mini-map. You can see up here on the mini-map, there's a guy on the rooftop, it looks like. Obviously, this is, like, lower quality, so I don't have the ability to, like, really showcase everything. It's 1080p. It's from a PlayStation or an Xbox One. Oh, wow. Hold on. Homie's playing on mouse. Okay, we need to talk about something real quick. If you are on console, do not play on mouse and keyboard. And I know that you might want to because you see other content creators and stuff doing that. If you started on controller, definitely stick with it. Second, you will get a huge boost in aim assist on console. I know that it sounds dumb, but like comparing it to mouse and keyboard on console, don't switch. That's pretty good shots on that guy, by the way, especially at ADFOV. He's got the car behind him. I like that he switched immediately to see the car behind him. That's going to be absolutely massive. Just for awareness, at ADFOV, I think he's going to get a big boost if he ever does switch to PC. That was actually great shots right there, too. That was really, really good. He gets a reload. He's at 1 HP right now. 1 HP. I like that he reloaded first. Really, really good right there. He reloads first. He goes ahead and he plates up. There's still radar jammers like over on the map, which is super annoying. He grabs an SVT over the pistol, and let me tell you why that's not a good idea. If you're gonna grab an SVT over a pistol, it's gonna end up screwing you over for one reason. You will not be able to run fast on the ground, okay? Or, you know, in the sky. I don't know where you're running, but you will not be able to go fast at any point because when you switch to your SVT, you're still going to be like going super slow. Keep that pistol. It'll shoot faster than SVT. You're not really going to ever use the SVT. So it's just, I don't see any point in it. There's 35 players left in the game right now. He's doing relatively well. Not too shabby. He's got 1 kill. He could definitely have more kills, but it doesn't really matter. Shots are a little off right there. He needs to go ahead and get that reload first. Fantastic. Then get plated up. Depending on how many bullets you have left in your gun, you may not need to reload, you know? Like, unless you're completely out of ammo, it's not always going to be in your favor to reload. If you're above 30 bullets, like enough bullets to kill another person, just don't reload. Focus guy on the left. Okay, so let me tell you, I'm going to explain this right here, and I'm going to break it down for you. So he's jumping up here. He sees the guy. He's going to go in that door right here. You can see this guy right here. He keeps that in mind, right? He's knowing that he's going to have to fight that guy at some point. He jumps up top. My first thing is when I get on the ledge that he's on right here, instead of going straight to the roof, I look left because you can see from where he's at right there. But he's going to push over anyway. And what he does is he puts himself out in the open. He could be covered by this right here on the left, or he could get covered on the right-hand side. But instead, he's not covered in any way whatsoever. Let me move this down just a hair so that it's not taking up so much of the screen. But he could have been covered on either side, but instead he wasn't. He was just out in the open, and he went for the elimination there. But that guy right there, he has a head glitch. You can see that he's got a head glitch, and it's the same time this guy on the left is popping out. What happens right here is that guy lays down. He's terrified of the gunfight. He sees two guys shooting at him in solo. He's like, nah. Immediately, what you do instead of fighting that guy is you should be getting your cover because that guy's close enough to absolutely beam you. Get your cover, so like kind of jump over to the right and get on the opposite side of this, you know, get your cover, get your head glitch, and then quickly shift your aim to this person right here. Being able to make that shift to whoever is the most important target at the time will make a difference in the way that you play. So right there, he's right in the middle. He doesn't know who to go to, right? And this guy did get back up, which is fine. But again, if he has his cover, he can switch back and forth very quickly. So he switches to the right because he's like, oh, he's over there. Don't worry about that. Get your cover. If you see that guy get up and like start to push you, then you want to fight it. But I'm switching back and forth as fast as physically possible. And right there, he does get the ADS on that guy, but that guy immediately peeks back in or jumps back in. And now he's getting shot from that left-hand side from someone else. He did pop a cluster over there, which means that guy's going to drop down below. So he needs to keep that in mind. And then on the mini map, he had someone inside of the building right down below him, which is going to be the floor where that guy ran down from the stairs up there. So he goes inside of here. I don't know why he's going lower. Maybe he heard something that I didn't. Maybe he's trying to outsmart the enemy and go underneath. But for me, I'm thinking, you know, right here, you can see on the minimap where they're at. They're in this corner. When they shot before, they were pretty far away. So you really can bust through those doors up above. Like, let me go back just a hair. Say before he turns around, there's the doors right down below him, right? Right down below where his gun is, there's a door down there. Let's go ahead and let it play through for just a second. So I think he stands up. Right? That you saw that guy fly off. I guess that makes sense. So instead of pushing that, you can see on the map where those guys are. And if he is to focus up on those guys and just straight push it, he can get that third party and immediately be able to get an elimination. Right here, he drops down. And instead of going through those doors, he turns around to run away. That means that the people that he's going to fight are going to have time to heal up. You don't want to ever give them the opportunity to heal up. So what you do is you push into that room, you get a head glitch, and you start shooting. Now, again, the guys are in here. They're shooting. They were obviously up above. So on here, you can't really see the arrows that well because the footage is in 1080p and stuff like that. But on his monitor, he would have been able to see it, or his TV. There's arrows above each like red dot on the minimap. There was also a guy up above just a second ago that might come in here and eliminate him. It's good that he got the reload on that. There he is. And that's it's exactly what happened. That's kind of exactly what I'd expected to happen. He just didn't have the awareness to see that guy, even on ADFOV, right? Let's go back here just to prove a point, because everybody's like, oh, you can't see anything on ADFOV. I get it. I agree. It's like really, really like debilitating when it comes to like playing and stuff like that. But first of all, you can see that the guys were above him on the minimap. The guy dies above him. He comes up here. He's got the guy right there. He shoots at this guy. We pause it. There's a person running right here. You can see that. A person running right here. They ran right through. This guy didn't see it because he was so focused on the kill in front of his face, which I get. But you're still going to see that slight movement. So same guy right there. Should have the head dress and everything. Yep, that's what I thought. So he has that head gear on or whatever, and that's how I know it's the same person. So he ends up not being able to get that elimination. and he comes back. He should have a loadout coming in right now. Oh my God. The chances that that loadout lands exactly there. Look at this. Look at this. What are the chances? So he's going to get his loadout. What's he have here? New stuff. It's the new stuff. Matt's got it blurred out. So he's rocking an STG and a Type 100. Fantastic, actually. And he's got Serpentine and Combat Scout. You know what? I don't know how I feel about Combat Scout and Rebirth. I think it's a little useful, but in solos, meh. You can see pretty well in it, and it's not really going to help you all that much. There's not a lot of buildings that you can shoot straight through without having FMJ, and I guarantee he's not rocking a weapon with FMJ. So he runs over here. He pops that. Let me tell you why that was stupid. Even though you're going to see this guy on this side, there's still half of it that you're not going to be able to see. So just wait it out. It's utterly useless at that point. He's going to, yeah, he's going to get immediately just destroyed. Like, he wasted his money on that. Now he's going to come back. He doesn't have a loadout. And like, there's so many things. He went straight to a very, like, active part of the map. And now he's going inside right here. He's just trying to loot up, just trying to get something. I understand. I understand where he's at. Instead of dropping in near where your body is, wait it out, man. Give it just a second, because really it's not going to come in handy in most cases to land back on your loot. Unless you float above for a second where you have a little bit of, what is it called? Spawn protection. You're really going to end up in a bad spot most situations of you dropping on your loot. So right here is this guy's loot. Luckily, no one's there. There was like 4 guys there just a minute ago. Oh my God, what is your loadout, brother? Please go to my Uncut channel. Go to my Uncut channel and check out my Type 100 video, for the love of God. Okay, he's got the STG. That one looks like a decent loadout. It looked like a decent loadout. He's trying to look around as much as physically possible, which, by the way, when you're on console and you only have that 80 FOV, hold on. We got to pause. Something he didn't see. Okay, a lot of people are having this mistake, and I've seen it a lot. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is a big problem. When you get so focused on one thing and you just don't see it, right? That guy's floating in or whatever. He starts to shoot up, and that guy doesn't land in with him or whatever. So he's just vibing out, getting his gun. He ends up... Hold on. I'm trying to pause it. He's just looking in the sky. Yeah, this guy is legally blind. I mean, no offense or anything, but like, you are missing a lot of things. I gotta show it one more time. Okay, right here. There's a parachute, my guy. There's a parachute. You got, guys, this, man, you have to look in front of your face. All right, hear me out. I get called a cheater all the time. They're like, how did you know that guy was there? Because I'm looking at every little detail on the map. And that's the same thing that you have to do that if you want to start playing at a higher level, right? So right here, you can see a parachute right in front of his face. He looks straight up in the sky. Straight up in the sky looking for this, because he didn't look in front of his face. He was like, oh, I hear a parachute. I got to look straight up. That's where audio is kind of going to get you sometimes, because in this game, it's not perfect. But guy ends up running all the way across behind him right here. He goes for a gun, gets some shots on. Now he's so focused on looting that what he doesn't see is up here. Right there, there's a little head. I don't know if you can see that well, but there's definitely a little head right there. And what that is that's an enemy player. So he doesn't see the guy. Luckily, he heard the guy. My God. Someone get this man a better loadout. I'm crying right now. I am crying. This is the worst. This man's loadout. I've never seen a Type 100 be that inaccurate. That's crazy. That's great shots. That was great shots. I love the little bunny hop there. That was really good. So he's got an opportunity to... Oh, that's pain. Okay, let's see if we can break this down and figure out a better way to do this. So he's up on the roof. He goes and he checks over here because he sees on the mini map. And this is kind of where, like, rebirth solos are going to get you. On the mini map, you can see... By the way, this is actually hilarious that I mentioned this earlier. You can see that this guy just spawned back in. That's what it is when a random person pops up on the mini map and it has like the little like boop, boop, boop going around their body. No, you didn't magically get a ping. That was someone spawning in that you had just eliminated. So first of all, if you were able to see this in high quality, you could see that the dot has an arrow above their head. We can't see that because it's not that great. Another person also just spawned back in. He sees this guy, on the right-hand side here. So he slides, which is not bad. But he's in the middle of switching weapons, so it kind of puts him in a bad spot. And he went to shoot his gun, but look how bad his centering was, right? So while he's sliding, he is not really great at like keeping it centered. I think really like he did a great job centering it back up, but when he started shooting, he was just so off center that he was never going to eliminate that guy. Plus the Owen gun is just so nasty if they've got their shots on you. So again, he's coming back in. He doesn't have his loadout. He's going to go straight for that loadout because that's what every single person does. And it is such a huge mistake. Ooh, look at him. Okay, so here's the interesting thing. Oh, fantastic. Let's go. I'm actually so excited that he just did that. So he grabs a DP. He sees the guy over there that he was shooting at. He sees the NZ, which is a much better gun right now. I just got a massive buff. I highly recommend you guys give it a shot. You can check over here on this side. He's waiting to see if he can go get his loot. And he's only focused on his loot. He's getting a little tunnel vision right here. He knows that guy was flying in behind him. He should have checked his back. He's taking forever to loot up and get these guns, which is crazy. So long. You got to keep moving. Right? So let me go back. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, why do you keep going back? This isn't a spectating video. This is a tip video. So right here, he stops. He crouches. And he's just sitting there staring at it. He just sits there and stares at it. Instead of moving around, you got to be wiggling around at all times, right? Hey, and real quick, if anybody thinks that I'm being rude in any capacity, I want you to know these guys that, or girls, that have sent in their gameplays, they wanted me to review and give them the best tips. And I know that some people aren't really like built to have people critique what they have going on, but these people wanted the critiques and I'm doing my best to obviously, like, there's going to be some things that a lot of people are going to be able to obviously see whenever you're watching it back. And I know that they'd be laughing with like the person parachuting right in front of them. But it is kind of like worth giggling and be like, oh man, he was right in front of me. You know what I mean? Be able to make fun of yourself a little bit when it comes to your gameplay. It's definitely going to be helpful because if I do something stupid, trust me, I'm laughing my butt off when I do it, you know? Especially knowing that I play at such a high level. Oh my gosh. What? Okay. Keep your focus on this guy. He's checking left. Did I miss someone on the left? That guy jumped off the side. He should be able to get his guns. Okay, so the guy that was up above there with him, he jumped down and he grabbed this car. At least that's what I'm assuming based on positioning. Yeah, it's definitely him. And then we got another guy down below. Free kill. Another free kill. Got a guy coming in. It just said hostile coming in. So when you hear that, that's when you just straight up to the sky, unless there's someone near you, and then just don't worry about it and hope and pray to God they don't land on you. He's getting a reload on this type. By the way, if you guys want to level up your guns, or if you want to, you know, play with some guns, get it leveled up. It takes like 45 minutes to an hour if you want to get a new gun that's like meta leveled up. Just hop on, level it up. I got some great videos on my channel for that. I highly recommend it. That was actually really good shots with the STG. You can see that when he's got a weapon that can aim well, he actually hits his shots really well too. So it's not like he's got really bad aim. There's some bad centering here and there like that. I would have just switched weapons in that case, knowing that that gun's utterly useless until you get it leveled up. It's really like, I'm telling you, this gun without leveling up and whatever setup this is not the greatest. So right here, you can see in the corner, there's a lot of people popping up on the map. All right. You need to keep that in mind. But first, you need to stop focusing up on all these people. You need to be checking your backside, right? I don't know if there's a guy behind him, but if there is, he's dead because he's not checked his backside once. Now he does get shot from grannies and he's looking up above instead of once again, knowing that there's arrows on these characters, right? So when you see a little red dot, there's an arrow pointing down. So you know that they're in grannies down below. Ironically, there was a guy flying in too. So he's probably going to think that that was the guy that was shooting at him somehow. And then either there's a decoy or there's a guy inside the building right across from him. Not bad. Just kind of calmly chilling on the roof now. Okay. He's just vibing out. I appreciate him checking his backside though. But I think a lot of the time he's getting very, very tunnel vision. You like it really is just swap, 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 swap. And you're going to get whiplash every once in a while, but it might be worth it. So he's running across. There's 15 players left. He's got 8 eliminations, which is not bad. I think he ends up getting a few more. That's decent shots, but I'm telling you, man, like, unless you know you're going to get the elimination, it might not be worth it, especially with, like, how not great your aim is. And I'm again, not talking trash. I'm just saying, like, be a little more, like, decisive with what you're going to shoot at. Don't just pop shots to pop shots, right? So he's looking around. He saw a guy fly down just a second ago, and he's trying to figure out where that guy went. He pops that, which is fine because he's not going to be able to buy anything else for the rest of the match. Because he doesn't have enough money to begin with. He saw... Okay, pause. Here we go. We're going to pop this back just a second so that I can show you what I saw. So he's looking around, doesn't see anything. And then right here, there's a guy right here. Okay. It's hard to see it, but he moved just a hair. Okay. So you got to keep in mind, there's a guy down there. What he could do is run to the other side and try and see if he can get some pop shots on him, because the guy was just out in the open. Now he's just kind of looking around, hopping on the roof. He's just trying to figure out what's going on, man. He's looking down below. Fantastic. So he saw the guy, because he popped that thing earlier. He saw the guy down below, and he listened, and he heard that guy coming up the ladder. He went for the elimination. He got it in fantastic place. Again, he shot at that guy down there. If that guy was just standing still, what I would have done, knowing that my aim was not like super fantastic, is get a good crouch or a good lay down, like a good prone or something like that, because it's going to help your aim quite a bit. It's actually going to help drastically. If you're not super good at aiming, crouching or laying down actually will help you aim better. I know that sounds weird, but it lowers your recoil. So he's popping out his heartbeat sensor, and right here, he's going to shoot at this guy, right? But just know, I knew for a fact he's going to shoot. But watch when this guy comes out, how long it takes him to get to aim down at him, right? He sees that guy come out. He aims down at him. He's got the shot right there. When does he shoot? Right there. He didn't shoot a bullet. So in the amount of time that he had, he maybe could have got the elimination. Knowing how good the STG is, it's very unlikely. Because the STG, it's very accurate, but it's got a little bit lower damage. Something like the bar is going to be better for shots like that. But again, you know, immediately that recoil is going to bounce it up. He wasn't pulling down immediately, so it kind of makes a difference on whether or not he's going to hit his shots. If I'm him, I'm popping the fuse. Yeah, that might actually come back to bite you in the butt. I always pop the fuse on it and then just chuck it into grannies. That's what I try and do right there. Now, the best play where he's at right now is to go ahead and fly over here, and then there's a jump spot to hit the roof, okay? So if you're running at full speed and you jump off of the edge of this corner right here, you can jump to this roof, get the high ground, and be able to look down at every other player. So let's see what he does. So he goes to the roof. You know what? I'll take that. That's not bad. He gets his high ground. I'll take that. Fantastic. We love that. So he takes high ground. That's exactly what you need to do in this situation. If you're playing for the win, don't worry about all these eliminations. Make sure to cover both. Oh my God, brother. Oh, the pain. Lost feather. You can't be doing this to me, brother. You had the position. Don't worry. We're at the end game. You have literally 1 minute and 45 seconds left in this thing, right? When you're at the end game, you cannot be focusing on these people that are down below you. They are quite literally below you, you know? Like, don't worry about that. Because what's going to happen is you could get caught with someone else, or you could be hopping in thinking you're third partying, and both could still be alive. I know that he's, you know, going to be able to vibe out in here, but it really could be, oh my God. And he drops all the way down too. He should have ran right back in that building. Luckily, he sees everybody on the map right now, but there's a guy in the tower, or he's in the like middle like stairwell or whatever, the like place with ladders. So he sees the guy right there. Oh, he got it. He needs to take high ground right now. That was fantastic. That guy jumped out. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Good shots. Don't push in. They have to come to you right now, right? That's what you have to keep in mind. If you drop in, you're gonna get eliminated. Plus, he's just listen. We got to talk about this. If you can see over it, but you can't shoot over it, that's fine. Stop worrying about the eliminations. We're at the end of the game, right? You want if you get down to top 3 and you're focused on kills, I swear to God, man, we are gonna throw down. Stop worrying about that. Go for the win if you're this late in the game, because it's just gonna be more worth it for you. Of course, he's gonna end up getting second place because these two guys are so close on the minimap that they're gonna fight. If they don't fight, I'll be blown away. But right here, you can see this ledge. He's standing on top of it. Just keep your head glitch right there. They're going to have to push out this direction anyway. You have the biggest power position you could possibly have. No matter what, they either have to come up or they have to push in the gas. Plain and simple. Let's see what happens here. So they get to the edge. He's got the power position, and he's peeking his big old head right over, man. This guy right here. He's just taking every shot he can. And he doesn't even, by the way, he doesn't have a self-revive or anything. So he's just putting himself in a bad position. So like I said, he stood up over the ledge, got shot. He could have been watching the cross that whole time, waited until the guy, it's all about trigger discipline, waited until the guy was able to like see him and then eliminate. So right here, or able to the guy was like, you know, out in the open. So right here, I guarantee that guy went ahead and took high ground. If he didn't, he's pushing straight towards him right now. And because he already got shot in the back, he's going to be completely out of plates. He's got 3 plates remaining. This guy's going to end up getting eliminated relatively quickly if I had to take a guess. And there it is. There it is. He can't get his cover now. He's only got 1 plate. He ego challenges brother. Oh my gosh. We can't do that, dude. We gotta, let's take it back. We gotta take it back. Look, he didn't get his final plate up, right? He's got 3 plates. He pops 2. He stops popping. And he's just out in the open, right? Let's get that out of the way. Your positioning right here is not great. You've got a guy that you knew was shooting at you from your right side. Your right side is completely exposed. You even decided to go left, I guess, to try and follow the circle, but you should have had your right side blocked at all times. You need to always keep your cover, your head glitches, stuff like that. He gets shot. Luckily, he has 1 plate left, but he, instead of plating up, he stands up and he gets naded. And right there, man, I'm telling you, most of what this is going to come down to is positioning. But if you guys want me to tear down, break down, and just probably critique your gameplay into the ground until you become a better player, because I know that you can, make sure to join the Discord, discord.gg/expel, and submit your gameplay for review. I would love to see another gameplay coming from you, Lost Feather, in the future after you implement these tips. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day.